Welcome to Talking Tech, our web series where we talk with Hillsborough teachers about their experience with virtual teaching and learning. I'm Todd McDonald, the Technology Integration Coordinator, and today I'm with Noreen Rinaldo and Amy Castellano. Hi, Amy. Hi, Noreen. How are you?
Hi, Todd. We're good.
Hi, Todd.
Can you give us just a quick introduction? Just let us know, who you are and what you teach.
Sure. I'm Noreen Rinaldo. I'm a computer support teacher for Woods Road and Sunnymead.
And I'm Amy Castellano, and I'm the media specialist at Sunnymead, and recently I was teaching a first grade class, all virtual.
So, Noreen, we recently learned that you created an extension that helps teachers. Can you tell us a little bit about what you created and the problem that it solves?
Sure. So I created an extension that will allow you to make your Google slide presentation a larger screen and still stay editable at the same time. So it almost looks like you're in present mode, but you can still edit. It hides that little slide preview on the side and makes the slide you're looking at full screen. And the reason that I came up with this extension is because I had several teachers asking when they were in their meets, they were using their Google Slides and they felt like it was harder for their students to see what they were doing, or they wanted the slide to be interactive, but they didn't want the students to see what was coming up in the other slides. It was distracting to them. So they had asked if there was a way to edit their Google Slides while in present mode, and there wasn't a way. So I set about finding a way to solve that problem for them.
Do you want to show us like a demo what that looks like in slides? Do you have a slideshow you can show us?
Sure. So normally you have two choices when you are sharing a slideshow with students through a Meet or even on your whiteboard through a projector. You can stay in editing mode where you can manipulate the items on the slide, and you can even add text. So if you wanted to have a discussion with the students and add things, a KWL chart, a calendar activity, math activity. If you wanted it to be editable and collaborative, you have to stay in editing mode. If you want the students to be able to see it clearly, you can go into present mode and you can navigate through your slideshow, but you can't edit it. You can't drag and drop anything. You can't edit any text to it. So what teachers were asking is the ability to stay in a mode that looks like this, where it's clear for their students, larger, you hide the sidebar, but that they can still edit it. So I came up with an extension that allows you to go into what looks like full screen mode or present mode, but still stay editable. So all you need to do is click on the extension, and it hides that sidebar, and it makes the slide you're looking at larger so that it looks like you're in present mode, but you can still drag and drop items. You can add text just as if you were in the standard editing mode. And to navigate through your slide, because now you're not in present mode, so you don't have your normal navigation icons, so you would just use your arrow keys to navigate through, or you can use the scroll wheel on your mouse. And so when I created this, I had asked Amy Castellano, because at the time she was teaching a first grade class, and I'd worked with her as a library media specialist at Sunnymead, and I knew she had a strong background in technology. So I had asked her if she would mind testing it out for me with her students and with her teaching practice virtually. And so she was the first person at Sunnymead to get the extension, and she gave me feedback that it was working for her. And so that's when I started to push it out more globally.
So I used it frequently every day in our virtual first grade class. We have a morning meeting, and I would push out a Google Slides for morning meeting, and it would be interactive where we would talk about the calendar and the morning message. So I'm going to share my screen with you to see the morning meeting Google Slides. So you can see how it's small on the side and students can't see it as much. So when I click on her extension, it makes it larger. And so an example for this one where the students we would read the message, and then we would highlight the different sight words that we've been going over. So I could click and drag. I would ask them, which sight word do we see in our morning message? Another slide that I would use this for was the calendar. So yesterday was Thursday the 19th. What's today? What number comes after 19? And I would be able to double click and enter the number with the students. And then I could also drag the day of the week up. So today is Friday, and I would click on Friday, and I would drag it up with the students. So it made it interactive because I would ask the students the questions, and then I was able to populate it, and they were able to see it much easier. Even for the next slide, how many hops does it take to get to Thanksgiving? So I could take my little thing here and we could count the hops together. So this was useful for our morning meeting. And another item that we would use for our morning meeting was the weather. What's the weather out there? So it was definitely easy for the kids to view the slides and then for me to manipulate them in full screen view. Another item that we would use Google Slides for was math and also for foundations. So I'll show you the foundations magnetic board. Okay, so again, now it's small, and if I hit Noreen's extension, it gets bigger, and then I can ask the students, if we're going to tap out a word, and we would drag the letters up. So if I wanted to make the word run, I could click on the letter, drag it up, and then the students could see it, and they could help me tap out the word. And this was another useful tool for Noreen's extension. And then one more I'll just show you for math. I want 9 candies, so we'd have to talk about the 10 frame, and we would add 9 candies onto our 10 frame, and we could talk about it that way. But Noreen's extension was great because as soon as I would make it bigger, the kids were able to view it and see what I was adding.
And it's fantastic. It's really cool. It's a simple task, but I can see it making a big difference for teachers because it's to constantly have to go into present mode, then out of present mode, then back in present mode. It's really, really smart. Noreen, can you just share your screen again and show us how do they get the extension?
Sure. So the icon is up here on my bar, and to get to it, you can actually just go to full screen. You can Google full screen interactive Google Slides. It should come up if you search for it that way. So it's in the Google Chrome store. And it's got that orange icon with the green arrow, and then you can yours will say add to Chrome if you don't have it yet, and then you can click on it, and then in case you're not familiar with adding extensions, you can go to the puzzle piece at the top, and then if you want it to be visible, you just make sure the pin is blue. You click on a pin to make it show up on your URL toolbar, and that's how you find it.
And then going back to your slide for a second. So once you're on the slide, so just click on that link and that's what activates it?
Yes, so here I'm on my slide and the icon for the extension is up on my toolbar. All I need to do is click on that once and it makes the slide larger and hides the sidebar. And if you are comfortable, you'll see that there's a caret up here in the top right corner. This will hide the title bar on your slideshow and it makes it that much larger. The only thing is you need to remember when you're done and you get out of this, your title bar is still gone. So you need to remember to click that caret again to bring it back so that you have your share icons and things like that. But it does it gives you more real estate when you're working with the students.
That's fantastic. All right. So last question for you, Noreen. Is this Ferpa and Coppa compliant?
Yes, it does not collect any student information. You don't need to put in any personal information on there. It doesn't access any of your drives. It just alters your web browser temporarily.
So I officially approve this to our list of approved apps. And thank you guys so much for sharing with us. Noreen, this is really amazing work. It's really impressive. Thank you for creating something that can benefit so many teachers. I mean, I saw you already have 770 users, and after this video goes viral in Hillsborough, we'll add a few hundred more, I'm sure.
It's actually interesting. It's in 25 countries people in 25 different countries have downloaded it. Most of them are just 1 or 2 users. Apparently very popular in Canada and the US.
And what you did here is really like exactly what we want our team to kind of do. Our mindset is, we help people solve problems. We want to help you. So this is like a perfect example of that, but you went above and beyond to make this and make a product out of it is really fantastic. So thank you so much for your efforts and hard work. I'm blown away by this, and I look forward to watching the numbers climb to see how many users we can get, and we'll aim for more countries as well. I'll have to start marketing campaigns. Maybe I'll help you make a commercial. We'll go big.
I have bad news for you, Todd, though. It's for free, so there's nothing in it, other than the glory for you to be a part of it.
You know what? I work for glory. I'll take it.
Okay.
Thank
you.
All right,
well then.
Yes, thank you, Noreen. Thank you, Amy. Appreciate it, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Todd.
Thank you, Todd.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Noreen.
Amy.